Oh boy! A
Child!
cat!
Hello, and welcome to Cryptic Web Chronicles. Tonight, we're diving into the escalating antics surrounding Lolcow Patrick S. Tomlinson and his ongoing feud with internet trolls that has now gone on for nearly 7 years. Throughout this period, Patrick alleges to have been plagued by a series of bizarre incidents tied to the relentless trolling from ONA forums and Kiwi farms. These IRL trolling incidents include pranks, vandalism, and even alleged theft, all seemingly designed to torment Patrick. One of the earliest recorded incidents of this is the now infamous pepperoni stoop incident, where a well-known troll by the name of threw pepperoni slices on Patrick's front porch, marking the beginning of real-world trolling at Patrick's infamous hovel. Sometime later, in a separate incident, Patrick himself would share footage from his security cameras showing an individual resembling him vandalizing his own property. Graffiti insults were scrawled on the siding of his house and his motorcycle, sparking endless speculation and ridicule online. To this day, many believe Patrick was behind the graffiti, as it appears to be written in dry erase marker, and the perpetrator looks like a fat, limp-wristed male with a toaster-shaped head. Fast forward to 2024, when a paint can was reportedly thrown toward Patrick's house in the back alley. Curiously, despite clearly having a camera facing the alley, no footage of this incident was ever captured or released. Trolls have also orchestrated pranks involving fake Craigslist posts, where they falsely advertised Patrick's belongings as free for pickup. This led to strangers showing up at Patrick's property and taking items from his yard, including patio furniture and his grill, under the mistaken belief that Patrick himself had listed them for free. Trolls have also visited Hooligan's Pub, Patrick's go-to neighborhood bar, ordering the same meals Patrick has posted about, including the infamous Boy Burger and the notorious Monday Meatloaf. Dan Mullen, an infamous ONA forums troll, even live-streamed himself enjoying a beer at Hooligans while mocking Patrick for failing to show up and confront him. This was particularly embarrassing for Patrick, who has boasted in the past that he would neutralize trolls on sight. Despite these bodacious threats, Dan was able to freely roam around Patrick's neighborhood without being harmed. Now, things appear to be reaching a boiling point. Another notorious O&A forums troll by the name of Robert Porngay, better known as Boomia, has publicly announced a visit to Patrick's house, complete with photos and evidence he stopped by Hooligans. Patrick, as expected, has reacted with outrage and fear, as his usual reflex is to accuse all his trolls of stalking and endangering his life, even though most of their activity appears to consist of harmless pranks aimed at provoking his characteristically over-the-top reactions. However, some incidents have reportedly resulted in property damage, and Patrick was also swatted by an individual named Torswats several times in conjunction with an unidentified individual, making the situation more complex and contentious than simple trolling. And with all that being said, I obviously do not endorse any of this behavior, as visiting a Lolcow in real life is not only inappropriate, but crosses a line that could escalate things unnecessarily. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at Boomia's shocking visit to Patrick's duplex and Hooligans. At Boomia's, Justice would tweet, "I was cruising around Milwaukee New Year's Day and could not find Pat. I did see the TV lights from the hovel, though, with the Mustang gone. Nikki was obviously home alone. Patrick would reply to the tweet, writing, "No, Robert, you weren't. Enjoy prison." Boomia's Justice would respond, "Yes, lard ass I was. I also checked in on Hildy and his place of employment and will have an appropriate response for his pedophilic ways that his employer should know of. It will be fairer than Jansa got from you scumbags. I'll see you in my state at Confusion Try and Start." Attached were close-up pictures of Patrick's house from the back alley. Additionally, Boomia added photos he took of a hooligans menu and a receipt from the same visit. If you look closely, you can see that the check is signed by none other than Robert J. Porngay. That night, Porngay confirmed that him and his children indulged in a feast that included a boy burger, a better butter burger, a bacon ranch wrap, Reuben rolls, and a Beelzebub burger, along with a couple of beers and some sodas. Undoubtedly, in Patrick's mind, such an innocent visit to a restaurant, combined with a mocking photo, would qualify as nothing less than a felony-level crime. Boomia would continue, "Yes, Pat, I was there. See the bill and menu. See the alleyway where I relieved myself like the vagrants who fertilize your garden. I did it on the public property, though. I don't violate your rights like you do to others. Get your stairs fixed too before you break an ankle. I'll remind you, a hotel is a public place. Saying hello to you is legal. You couldn't immobilize a 5'9", 165-pound 15-year-old who you said you beat, so I doubt you'll be winning any fights you start and will likely end up severely injured. But that's your choice, fat man. Enjoy." Patrick would angrily respond, "You are not allowed in my physical vicinity in any setting, Robert. Doing so is stalking, a felony. One you will be immediately arrested for should you go through with your threats. Enjoy prison." Boomia would write back, "I'm not allowed in your physical vicinity in my own home state. LOL. Yay, no sorry, wrong. I've broken no laws. If you fear for your safety, get a restraining order. Otherwise, act civil and you'll be fine. Nobody has threatened you. Expect to be protested at Confusion in public spots." The tensions between Patrick and his trolls, like Boomia, continue to escalate as the trolling grows increasingly brazen. Boomia, unsurprisingly, shows no fear of Patrick's empty prison threats, which have long since lost their impact. Moreover, Boomia has demonstrated a willingness to blur the lines between online antics and real-life confrontations. While this behavior is not appropriate in my opinion, it's worth noting that it seems to stem from Patrick's earlier decision to dox him, further fueling the animosity between them. It now seems that several trolls are planning to attend this year's Confusion, a science fiction convention tied to Patrick's mediocre books, with the sole intent of Fatrick watching and gathering more content for what's become the infamous Fatty Verse. While I obviously don't endorse harassing anyone in person, Patrick finds himself in a peculiar situation. As a public figure attending conventions to promote his work, he's inherently exposed to scrutiny. Yet, at this stage, it seems the majority of people who recognize Patrick at such events do so because of his online antics and negative reputation, rather than his writing. He's already been photographed and mocked by attendees at past conventions, often without even realizing it. Adding to the drama, Patrick was infamously banned from attending the convention PenguiCon in 2024 due to the security concerns he himself created. This year's Confusion could bring Patrick face-to-face with his trolls in a public setting, and given the chaotic personalities involved, the outcome might be nothing short of a spectacle. Stay tuned, because this series is about to dive deeper than ever into the saga. Be on the lookout for our upcoming video, where we sit down with Boomia and for the first time ever hear his side of this story. Things are going to get crazy, and you won't want to miss it. But that's all we have for tonight, so thanks for watching. This has been Cryptic Web Chronicles. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And good night.